Again, welcome. TV Land, we already started. Welcome to El-beth-el. We are in the Shabbat service already. We already been in the Shabbat for a minute already, praising Yah. It's been a glorious time in the house of Yah already on Shabbat day. I am Bishop Ronolad Hairston Jr. I want to welcome to the house of Yah today on July the 21st, 2018. July the 21st, 2018. We here at 118 Chaney Avenue, Jacksonville, North Carolina, 28540 on the East Coast. The first Shabbat church on the East Coast, and on County, close to the ocean, Atlantic Beach. And I'm thankful at the Marine Corps base, Camp Lejeune. So it's an honor to serve Yah on Shabbat. All right, times of service is on Shabbat at 11:30. Then we got Yahuwah study instruction of Torah on Wednesday night at 7. Then we got beginning of Shabbat on Friday nights. On the sixth day, sixth day of learning how the days. So the sixth day, which is on a Friday, let you know, some people don't know what the sixth day is, at 7 o'clock. All right, the Creed of El-beth-el is Ephesians 4:5. We believe in one Yah, one faith, one baptism. And Ephesians chapter 2, verse 20, our foundation is built upon the apostles and the prophets, and Yahushua the Mashiach is the chief cornerstone. That's what El-beth-el stands on. I tell you again, TV Land, and what the apostles and the prophets says, that's what we live by. We live what they live, because they knew what Yah said, and they walked with Yahushua. Those two things, Yah and Yahushua. These men did that. They were obedient. They were faithful. And that's what we stick by. What the doctrine says. Right there, and we believe in one Yahuwah. There's only one. There's only one that we serve. And he's a rock. He's no idols, he's a rock. He's a rock, he's a spirit. You know what I'm saying? He's manifesting stuff if you want to see him. You know, in the faith, the death, burial, resurrection of Yeshua. If you don't believe the death, burial, resurrection of Yeshua, you're not going to get in. He's the only way. He's the way, the truth, and the life. He's the door to get into the Father. Now, if you don't believe that, you ain't going to see Yahuwah. I'm sorry to say that. And in the baptism, now this is what we're going to talk about. Because I got a guy that came on YouTube, he done messed up. I told him he done blasphemed the rock of dish. I told him straight up. I don't care. Because he done messed up. You want to say something wicked like that. You want to say that I got a demon. I got a devil. I got something for you. I'm going to let you know. You must be born again in the water and the rock. You know what I'm saying? And I believe it in evidence of speaking in tongues. That's right. I said it. Evidence of speaking in tongues. That's right. They did it back in the Old Testament and New Testament. And it's still now today. There ain't nothing new under the sun, TV Land. There ain't nothing new under the sun. If the apostles did it, I could do it. That's right. Yahushua said greater works. So we do. We keep going to the Father. So I'm letting you know. They did it 2,000 years ago. Right now, in July the 21st, 2018, Ronald Hairston Jr. could do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Yahushua raised the dead. I'm going to raise the dead in the name of Yahushua. It's not going to be of me. All power and wonders come from Yahuwah. Signs. It be none of me, because he's going to get the glory. But I'm going to do everything what Yeshua did back in the day. But y'all going to get the glory in his name's sake. That's what I'm talking about, TV Land. So I'm to speak a little bit. If I miss it, oh yeah, the numbers. So oh boy, when he get this message, he can give me a call. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't scared of you. I give you my number. It's 910-388-5295. All right, 910-388-5295. That is the church phone number. And my phone number, call me. The one that talking about no tongues, man, I want you to call me. 910-381-3056. I got the doctrine, that's you got the doctrine, the word. I got the scriptures, that's you got the scriptures. Come on. But I bet you right now, all you talking about, you ain't got it. You ain't never had it, because you said the only one that gets it, the ones that believe. You don't believe. And I speak that. You do not believe. The ones that get the rock are just the ones that believe. Talking about all that. You ain't got it. You want to talk about I got a demon. You the one that got the demon. But I speak that in Yahushua's name. Talking about blaspheming. You know what I'm saying? speaking trouble, vexing. It will be vexing my spirit, man. The reason I know I got it because I was in jail. He came back and visited me. You know what I'm saying? Spoken tongues and everything else. People were tripping. I know what I got. Running the streets 10 years, 7 times wicked than I was. Cocaine, drinking, and everything else. Y'all done left me for the first time because I went back to the streets. Succubus spirits. All the demons running around, sleeping around, everything. Women with AIDS and all that stuff. Diseases and all that stuff. Cocaine, everything else. And then you going to cleanse me up in jail? You going to say I have a demon? No devil ain't going to clean you up like that to go preach the Darbarine again. Trying to tell you, evidence in speaking tongues. Tongues is a sign. It's the evidence that you got something. It's saying it's a change. And I speak that. TV land, I speak that. Oh boy. I'm talking to you right now. You don't get this notification. And I want you to call me. Because I sure they put something on your paper. I sure did. Right? It makes me mad. You know why I say that? You know why I speak to you like that? Because y'all told me to shut up one time. He said, y'all didn't know nothing. Yahuwah told me that. He said I was talking too much. He told me to shut up. Because the same thing what you don't say it. That's why ain't nothing to do with us. I want to tell you to shut up too. Because you don't know nothing. Till you get an understanding. Till you get a revelation. And then when you get a revelation of y'all, then you're going to repent, then you're going to turn. Because I repented. And I turned. And I know how he did it. There's many times. I got much scriptures. Yeah, I know. He told me this to tell you. He says this right here. Paul said, I speak a tongue more than y'all. But it's not real for you to prophesy. Some unknown tongue with some gibberish like you said, where nobody can understand. You know, you do that before y'all. Because that's the rock. That's your spirit talking to y'all. You don't know what it's talking about. All right? You didn't get that part. But when I'm up here talking to all my brothers and my sisters, I prophesy, I speak in the Darbarine, I speak the words. That's when you speak it, man. Trying to tell you, you don't know what you're talking about, man. I speak it. So I gave you my phone number, man. Call me, we can talk. And I'm going to tell you, man, don't tell me I got a demon. Been running this thing for 10, 14 years now. Straight up. Running for Yahuwah. And every time I get a revelation, if I was doing something ignorant, I ain't scared to repent. Because my soul got to get it right. I got to make it. People out there playing with all these different religions, trying to take these different words of one thing and try to add to it and take from it and try to make something. I said out of the mouth of 2 or 3 wouldn't that word be established. I take everything out of that thing and I work with apocrypha now. I work it all, Darbarine. So, before we get to Shabbat scripture, I want to talk about that. Got these scriptures right here. What about, man, when King David was dancing with the ark, he had another spirit, dancing and stuff. They say he's dancing naked, but he wasn't all naked, but he came out in his clothes praising Yah. He was a different man. What about King Saul? He said he was amongst the prophets speaking. Another man. What about the ones that sent with Musa? You know what I'm saying? That spirit from Musa came upon them. They were prophesying. They became a new man. He told me to tell you all these things. What about Elijah, Elisha? They were a portion of it. He's a new man. I'm trying to tell you what the rock could just do to them. And Elijah was transferred. How he was transferred? He was transferred by Yahusha. On the Mount of Transfiguration. Body had to change. Go to the Shamarine. He was talking about, man, you talking about angels coming on top of my head. Ain't no angels going on top of my head. I know you got a demon, man. Something's up with you. We got Malachis all around us. We ain't got no angels going on top of my head and everything. I heard you last night, man. You ain't right, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you that right now. You do not know what you're talking about. When the rock of dish comes, Yahusha said, out of the belly shall flow the rivers of water. Out of your belly, they're talking about the rock of dish. You got to be filled with the rock of dish. Coming out. And that comes from Yahuwah. He said, my Father will dwell in you. We'll manifest ourselves to you. We're talking about one. Yah lives in me. Yah comes out of me. Yahusha come out of me. The rock of dish comes from Yah. You know, angels come up and tuck down my head, up and down my head. I ain't no woman. Angels come upon a woman's head like that. Come on, man. So I'll speak that right quick. You know, you're going to get this thing. I definitely can't wait till you get it. We're going to talk about that. Now, there is some demons, driven stuff like that. But you got to better watch. You sound like the Pharisees and Sadducees when they cursed Yeshua. Talking about, you got some devil, man. They didn't know what they were talking about when they said it. They put a death word on their head. Telling them, you got some devil. You the son of, you got the king. What he said? He said, what did he say about what Yahusha was? Beelzebub. You think about Pharisees and Sadducees told Yahusha, you the Beelzebub, the son of the devil, something like that. Man, they don't know what they was talking about right there. Man, they're crazy back in the day. And they knew he was the Mashiach. Because Yeshua is doing all kind of healings. We don't know what all of it says in that Bible, but he'll do more than that. Think about it, you have a crowd of 4,000, 5,000 people always sticking around you. Feed you. And what about the woman with the issue of blood, man? She was unclean. And she took a risk coming up there. Because you know you go there, good stone real quick. The lady had an issue of blood for 13 years. Something like that. They knew she was unclean because she was going all kind of physicians trying to get healed. And she was in the crowd. Yahusha was healing everybody back in the day. You was a fool not to go to Yahusha knowing that he got healing powers. You know what I'm saying? Unclean or not. Even the Gentiles are going to Yeshua, getting healed. Then you want to call him Beelzebub? Man, you sound like the Pharisees and the Sadducees, man. You don't know what you're talking about. That's why I say you're blaspheming Rock Kodesh, man. That's why Yahusha told me to shut up. I ain't scared to tell you. Y'all told me to shut up. Because I didn't know what I was talking about. Because I had a problem with it. I had it, and I still had a problem with it. That's bad. When he gives it to you, you don't understand it. He's still talking about what he just gave you. Talking junk about it. It's crazy. But we're going to go to the Shabbat scriptures real quick. I just want to get that out because I read that. I heard that last night, man. And you going to notify me and tell me? Come on, man. You're messed up. I challenge you right now in Yahusha's name. You know what I'm saying? I do got Darwin. I said I do got the rock edition in me. I already know what's in me. I want you to say I got a devil. Please tell me I got a devil. I done run this thing 15 years and I got a devil now? Why should I be like I said? Then my calling is in vain. What's the sense of me running from living for Yeshua then? What's the continue on living over this building and paying and rent, electricity, having everybody coming here? What's the sense of me ministering out there preaching Yeshua to everybody if I got a demon? What is the sense of me baptizing my brother and everyone that wants to get baptized in Yahushua's name for remission of sins? I should be out there with the succubus, man, sleeping around then. Wasting my time up in here. Up there robbing, stealing everybody else, making money. Making about $5 million to $10 million. Brand new cars, houses, and everything else. If I got a demon, they ain't doing right. But my calling in vain. Worthless, useless. Man, that heated me up, man. All the work I'm doing for Yahushua's sake, for his name's sake, because I love him. I ain't do it because he make me. I do it because I love Yahusha. Yah, what he's doing. I love it when he give me revelations and show me something about the Dabarim and show me about the mysteries of the kingdom of Yah. That's the only thing gift that we got, man, is the Rock Kodesh. That comes from Yahuwah. You want to talk all that stuff you talking about. Angels coming up and down in your head and give you the word. Man, you sick, man. Say it, you sick. You got a problem, man, call me, man. We discussed them through the Dabarim. Anybody got to sign their scriptures real quick before Brother Fabian come and teach? Like I said, I ain't going to be long. I'm sitting down. I'm enjoying myself this little last week, and I'm sorry, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to give it to Brother Fabian. Brother Fabian got 3 weeks, boy. Unless y'all going to step out. I hope Elder King step up real quick with a couple of little words while I'm gone. Elder Ismail will say a little couple of things while I'm gone, you know. I don't hear y'all tell me, what? They going to talk while I'm gone? I said, yeah, man. Y'all got any Sabbath day scriptures? I'm going to read the same day Elder Ismail's. We read Jeremiah, Yirmiyahu, chapter, what was it? Chapter 17? Yeah, I'm going to run your route. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Elder King came with it, and then my elder came back with it to back it up, man. So I'm coming with it too. I'm coming with the threes. 3-4 ether, 3-4 chords not easily broken, man. I'm going to knock it out the park right here. Verse 22. It says, neither carry forth a burden out of your house on the Shabbat day, neither do you any work, but hallow the Shabbat day as I command your fathers. He commanded our fathers. For they obeyed not, neither inclined their ears, but made their necks stiff, that they might not hear nor receive instruction. And it shall come to pass, if ye diligently hearken to me, says Elohim, to bring in no burdens through the gates of the city on the Shabbat day, but hallow the Shabbat day, to do no work therein. Then shall they enter into the gates of this city, kings and princes, sitting upon the thrones of David, riding in chariots and on the horses they, and their princes, the men of Judah, and inhabitants of Jerusalem. And this city shall remain forever. Look at that. You keep the Shabbat day, boy, that city shall remain forever. That's what y'all said. We already know it didn't. Huh. And they shall come from the city of Judah and from the palace, from the places about Jerusalem, and from the land of Benjamin, and from the plains, and from the mountains, and from the south, bringing the burnt offerings, and the sacrifice of meat offerings, and incense, and bring sacrifice and praises to the house of Yah. But if ye will not hearken unto me, to all of the Sabbath day, and not to bear a burden, even entering in at the gate of Jerusalem on Shabbat day, then will I kindle a fire in the gates thereof, and it shall devour the palace of Jerusalem, and it shall not be quenched. Again, he says, but if you will not hearken unto me, if you not hear me, to hallow the Sabbath day, if you will not hear me, I like that how y'all be talking. If you will not hear me, man, if you're not listening to me, man, if you don't get this in your soul, in your mind, you know what I'm saying, you don't hearken, man. If you don't take heed, you're not to hallow this Shabbat day. See, ain't nobody taking heed today. Ain't nobody taking heed. Nobody ain't hearken to y'all. Ain't nobody even listen to Yahuwah to Kaddish the Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? To hallow Shabbat day, and not to bear a burden, even enter into the gate of Jerusalem on Shabbat day. Then will I kindle a fire in the gates, and therefore it shall devour the palace of Jerusalem, and it shall not be quenched. I like that, the palace of Jerusalem. Now we are the temple of our Kaddish now. Y'all lives in us. We are the temple. And there's another one, oh boy. Y'all lives in us. We are the temple. So that's what he's going to destroy. Your soul now. If you don't keep the Shabbat day. Your soul. Let's go to Yeshayahu 56. Isaiah. All right. You want to get me stained up. But Fabian, I could shoot from the hip all day long on that one. I got that last night. But I said, no, my brother must be today. I could have tore that thing up all day long. Well, it got me heated, man. Verse 6. Verse 7. Even then will I bring to my house mountains, and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifice shall be accepted upon me. My altar for my house shall be called a house of prayer for all people. Again, I share that same name where I shared in Yirmiyahu about the Shabbat day. You saying it again. This is out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. That word be established. Yes, Yahoo said it. He was before Yirmiyahu. Think about that. He prophesied about that. Burnt offerings and sacrifice upon my altar. For my house should be a altar of prayer. He said they should be accepted. You know what I'm saying? Shall be accepted. What shall be accepted? Verse 8. You keep the Shabbat from polluting and take hold of my covenant. You're talking about strangers in the unit. Let's go to the first verse of that, of 56. Thus says Elohim, guard my judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. My righteousness to be revealed. Righteous so you can see it. Be revealed. Blessed is the man that do this, and the man and the son of man that lay hold on it, that guardeth my Shabbat from polluting it, and keep his hands for doing any evil. For doing any evil. Guards the Shabbat day. Mark. Let's go to chapter over, verse 4. Yeshayahu 58, 13 and 14. If you turn away the foot from the Shabbat from doing your pleasure on my Kaddish Yom, and call the Shabbat a delight, a Kaddish of Elohim Yah, honorable and shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasure, nor speaking your own words. I love that. Honorable shall honor him. How you honor him? Not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasures, nor speaking your own words. That's how you honor Yah on the Shabbat day. You want to delight yourself in Yah? You want to delight yourself and honor Yahuwah and praise Yahuwah and love Yahuwah? Don't find your own pleasure. Don't speak your own words on that day. And then you'll say your sacrifices and your prayers and your offerings be accepted to Yah. Offerings. We give our tithes and offerings before Yah. Think about it. On Shabbat day, they give their offerings on Sunday. It's not accepted. Just there you go. It's not accepted for Yah. You give it to Yahuwah, and I can read Matthew chapter 15 again. Let's go there. Let's stay in Matthew chapter 15 again. I'm going to go to the angle, and then I'll get my main verse, and I'm going to sit down. I just want to get it in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get out my guns and start shooting up in the air a little bit. The Dod Rain. Matthew, chapter 15. Then came Yahushua, scribes and Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying, why do your disciples transgress the traditions of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. Verse 3, but he answered and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandments of Yah by your tradition? I like that when Yahushua come back with you. Yahushua come back with a question. He came back shooting. They asked a question. Then Yahushua came back and said, why do you transgress the commandments of Yah? That's what we should be doing to them. They asked us. We should go back and ask them. You know what I'm saying? But when we say something to them, they can't gainsay or no resist it. They can't add to it, and they can't resist the truth. You can't turn from the truth. The truth will hit you in your heart, man. It sting, man. It's like we talking about it, like hitting that gut. I was watching boxing last week. The dude did a body shot, the boy hit the ground. That thing hurt him. I was laughing. Elder man, I was laughing about that, man. And it was so bad. They went to the corner, man, and his corner man had to make him go back out there. He said he wanted to quit. That was bad, man. The corner man was right. Even though the boxer wanted to quit, and the ref got mad, the ref threw the towel. You know, they know the commentators, they were mad because they do that, but the boy wanted to quit, man. The boy got hurt so bad, man. He went in the corner and said, no more. He didn't no more. He was hurt up. But I was saying, gainsay nor resist. Gainsay nor resist. They can't resist the truth, man. They can't resist it. When the truth comes, it's too late. What you gonna do with it? It's like you said, it's like body shot, boy, hit you in your stomach, boy. Hit your side, by your rib cage, you hurt. Can't resist that, man. You can't add to the truth, because you know about the Shabbat day. Shabbat is right. Shabbat is right. You know, it is right. And you're talking about your burnt offerings and your sacrifice. How can your burnt offerings and your sacrifice be acceptable for Yah on a Sunday? And we already talked about that spirit. I think Brother Fabian was telling me about that demon over Sunday. Now I know. The demon on a Sunday got you go there and you got your mind mesmerized so you keep you from not doing worship on the Shabbat day. You out there now, everybody out there on Shabbat day doing their own thing now, man. They're preparing to go to church on Sunday when they need to be worshiping y'all today. Their mind ain't nothing on y'all today. You know what I'm saying? You at home watching TV, washing clothes, cleaning your house, washing your car. What? You up there in the woods or at the beach, man, or at the fishing hole. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your own thing today. Is your mind on y'all? How you reverence Yahuwah today? It ain't nobody reverencing Yahuwah today. You're outside unless you're in the temple today. Where his name's at? Is his name being brought up? Is his name being praised? Or you worship him in one accord and one mind for what Yah has done? Yah has made the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, the beasts of the field, the creeping thing of the field. He made man, female, in his own image, gave him the breath of life. He made the sun, the moon, the stars. Or you worship Yah for all those things. Now he even gave Yahushua the Mashiach for your atonement for your souls. Huh? Are you saying anything about that to y'all today? But you're doing your own thing. You're finding your own pleasure today. You know what I'm saying? You're speaking your own words today. You ain't speaking y'all today. You ain't speaking no Yahuwah today. What words are coming out your mouth today? Huh? You ain't speaking no Yahuwah today, I know that. You're not, what pleasure you doing today? What pleasure you doing? Like we said, when he said in Yirmiyahu chapter 17, don't bring no burdens into your Shabbat day or in Jerusalem. Don't bring no burdens, no work, no pleasures. That's what Yirmiyahu was talking about that. He said that's what y'all said. He said, why do you transgress the commandments of Yah? Huh? Verse 4. For Yah commanded us, saying, honor your father and your mother, and he shall get cursed. And he that curses father and mother, let him die to death. But you say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, by whosoever thou mightest be profited by me, and honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the commandments of Yah of none effect by your traditions. You hypocrites, and well did Isaiah, Yeshayahu prophesied of you, saying, these people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and they honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, traditions of me, the teaching for doctrines, the commandments of men. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines, plural, doctrines, the commandments of men. The commandments of men, telling you got to worship on Sunday, telling you need to be here in this house, or you're not going to be saved. That's what they say. You're not going to be saved, you ain't in the house on Sunday. You ain't going to be saved, you ain't worshiping on a Sunday. Or they say when 2 or 3 are together, or they say forsake not the body. That's a lie. Now I can go there and worship because I know I keep the house, I keep Yahuwah every Shabbat. I'm faithful on Friday night, beginning of Shabbat, then on Shabbat, and spend the whole day on Shabbat, 24 hours. Now, if I decide to go to the house of Yah on a Sunday and worship, you can't say that because I keep this first. I give my tithes and my offerings to Yah, my sacrifice. It said be a living sacrifice. Apostle Shaul said be a living sacrifice unto Yah. It's a reasonable service. Our living sacrifice. I come here. Anything is not trying to hinder me, I try to be in the house of Yah. I make a sacrifice to be here. If I'm hurt, my legs hurt, my arm hurt, I got beat up, I'm still going to come here, working late, still going to make a sacrifice to be here to give Yahuwah the honor and the glory. He's worthy to be praised. My offerings and my sacrifice are acceptable before Yah because I keep the Shabbat day. How's your offering and sacrifice on a Sunday? Huh? How's your offerings before Yah on a Sunday? Is it acceptable to him? No, you got to dish the commandments of man. It's in vain. Last scripture. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 5. Let's see, I go off on this thing, boy. Got me wind up. Thank you, Yahuwah.
Is it 5?
Yes, sir. Verse 12. We go right here. It says, keep the Shabbat day, sanctified as Elohim your Yah has commanded you. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the 7th day is the Shabbat of Elohim your Yah, and it you shall not do any work, nor you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your ox, nor your ass, nor any of your cattle, nor your stranger that is within your gates, that your manservant and your maidservant may rest as well as you. And remember that you were a servant in the land of Mizraim, and that Elohim, your Yah, brought you out thence throughout a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. Therefore, there you go, therefore, Yah, Elohim, your Yah, commanded you to keep the Shabbat day. Therefore, I like that, therefore. Therefore is a direct order. Therefore is command. Elohim, your Yah, commanded you to keep the Shabbat day. All right. Again, like I said, I thank y'all for what it's doing, especially, on the Shabbat day. I love Shabbat. I like to say I got the revelation now. Been having revelation of Shabbat, the understanding of Shabbat for a while. Now I got the namesake. I love the name. There ain't nothing changed. I'm just doing a name like y'all has told me. And that's what the people on a Sunday, all they got to do is get the name right, man, and get the day right, then they be all right. I was thinking about that today. They get the name right and get the day right and start working with Yahuwah, they get it, man. They get it. Huh? That's what I'm saying. But hey, the Sunday people get it, Elder. And the Sunday people that we know. If they would get it, man, boy, there'd be some bad people, man. I'm talking about, man, blessings coming down like crazy. And, man, and all that oneness coming in. Oh, boy. But all that sickness, all that diabetes and high blood pressure and heart attacks and hair growing, coming out, man, and just losing your mind and everything else. Sunday people, come on Shabbat day and get the name right, some things will change. You get that job that you want, ride the house and bills no paid for. You know what I'm saying? Things getting right. Getting your kids in order. Kids start changing around, acting right, stuff like that. You start fighting the devil all the time, man. The devil start running from you a little bit now. Get it right. All right. Again, I thank y'all for the house. And y'all just speak for a moment. We have our teacher, Brother Fabian, come up and he will present the word to us today in Yahushua's name. All right. And like I said, anybody have any questions today? What has been spoken before, please call me. And like I say, if you have any questions after the service, when Brother Fabian talks, please call. And I have him call you back, and y'all discuss the matter of what you want to do. If you ask me, I'm coming with the Darbarine. So I present to everybody in the house of Yahuwah and El-beth-el, Brother Fabian. So you come in and speak, please. Right. Elder wearing that Yahusha shirt, that's your bad, sir. Both y'all wearing purple today. Y'all royalty today. Sure.
Shalom, brothers.
Shalom.
Sisters. It's time to talk about inheritance.
All right.
And how people, wasted, and who was given to, and all that. All right. Glory to Yah, Yahusha. Talk about inheritance. Give the definition first.
All right.
Inheritance, biblical definition. All right, the biblical definition for inheritance. It's Strong's H5159. In its usual sense, properly something inherited that is abstractly occupancy or concentratedly an heirloom, generally an estate or portion, heritage, inheritance, possession, and it goes talk a little bit more simpler. Portion, property, inheritance, heritage, property, portion, share, inheritance, portion. So, a little biblical. That's the biblical definition of inheritance. Now we're gonna go to. Now we're gonna start where this all started from. So Yahusha. This is Yah. We're gonna go talk about Yahusha inheritance first, and then we're gonna talk about man's inheritance, and go from there. All right. It's Deuteronomy 32:9. Deuteronomy 32:9. And Jacob said, O Yah, my Abba Abraham, and Yah of my father Isaac, Yah which saidest unto me, return unto thy country, and take thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee. Where's that right one? This portion. It was 31. 31 dying, just taking X that one. 32. X that one. Let's go to the next one. Deuteronomy 4:20 and 22. Probably broke the number down. Deuteronomy 4:22 to 20. Deuteronomy 4:20 to 22. I'm in Genesis. That's why. I'm like,
Satan right now, use his name. That's what Satan is doing, man.
All right, go to Deuteronomy 32:9. That's it. I'm the one in Genesis. Genesis. I'm like, man, this don't. The next one, the first one, okay, maybe one mistake. The next one wrong too. Like, nah, that can't be. All right.
That's the evil one, man. We're killed right now.
Deuteronomy 32:9. All right, Deuteronomy 32:9. All right. And Moses, I'm in 31. One more. There we go.
Glory.
Drink up. For Yah's portion is his people.
Right.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So we get what Yah inheritance is, and we're going to talk more and more about that. Deuteronomy 4:20 to 22. But Yah hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, which was Mizraim, Egypt, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day. So, a lot of mainly Zion, it's like you have free will, but you're bought. You somebody's. No matter how much you want to play around, you owned by somebody. Ain't nothing. You can keep the law, don't keep the law. Somebody owns. Your soul is owned by Yah. So, people of inheritance, as ye are this day. Furthermore, Yah was angry with me for your sakes, and swore that I should not go over Jordan. See? This is how important Yah is not playing about the inheritance. Moses is explaining something right now that he messed up in a moment of frustration with some Scottish Israelites. And Scottish means stupid. They some man just stiff neck, day in, day out, just day in. Y'all call them Scottish. Scottish. S-O-T-T-I-S-H. Scottish, just without the C.
Scottish.
Scottish. Yeah. Furthermore, Yah was angry with me for your sakes, and swore that I should not go over Jordan, and that I should not go into that good land which Yah thy Elohim giveth thee for an inheritance. We'll talk about that later. But I must die in the land. I must not go over Jordan, but ye shall go over and possess that good land. And the reason why Yah was doing that because he don't want anybody to even be considered over his inheritance. When Moses was at the rock, he was like, I do this by my power. Well, Yah was like, no. This is my inheritance. You do it by my name. So the Scottish children don't get confused. Well, Moses created us. No. I did. So that's why Moses messed up and trampled on Yah inheritance, and Moses got the business. And even though Yah say, man, I speak to Moses face to face. Moses, come on, man. How you gonna do that, man? We rode together, we walked together. How you gonna, you know what I'm saying? You know what I did to make sure my inheritance is straight.
Right.
So, all right. So Yah, the point is Yah is not making. We're going the importance of inheritance. If Yah did that to Moses, that shows you he's not playing about his inheritance.
He's not.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to 1 Corinthians 11 and 7. Boy, what a Christ. First Corinthians 11 and 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of Yah, but the woman is the glory of man. And the main part is the above part of that sentence. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of Yah, his portion. Even in his portion, he got levels of his portion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Zion, women, children, and all that is his portion. But the cream of Yah's portion is the man. And then, his portion is still good, but there's levels to his portion. So, and this is why, Satan keeps trying to destroy Yah's portion and, the main level, the cream of his portion, the man, especially with the succubus spirits. Ezekiel 34:31. Just showing that, that's Yah's portion. Ezekiel 34 to 31. Chapter 34, 31. Okay. And ye, my flock, his inheritance, the flock of my pasture, are man, and I am your Yah, said Yah. So another precept for that one. Proverbs 8 and 4. Because a lot of women don't respect that Yah, the Yah main portion is the cream, is the man. And a lot of women don't respect that in his portion. And I'll just bring that out real quick with that as a side note.
Yeah. Can I say something real quick, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 4, he said, behold, all souls are mine. As the soul of your father, so also the soul of the son is mine. The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only story you're talking about. We all belong to something.
Mm-hmm.
You said Proverbs 18?
Proverbs 8 and 4. This is just a little side note in his portion, a few precepts about the cream la creme of his portion. Unto you, O man, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. So, that was just a little side note in that, his greatest portion of his estate, out of all the diamonds and jewels in there, is the man.
That's right.
It's just the fact of the matter is.
That's right.
And it's a side note, and that should come with. And then on Judgment Day, a lot of people who disrespect man, especially man of Yah, should be worried, because he's telling you, this is my top portion of my portion, and you treat it like nothing. You treat it like trash. You know what I'm saying? You just a dog. You're not worthy of me. You telling Yah indirectly that his cream of la creme is not worthy for you, and you're beneath the creme. That's bad territory. You seen what he did to Moses. You seen what he did to Moses. You know what I'm saying? So
you see what he did to Aaron.
Yeah, he did to Aaron, Moses,
he
but
did his sons, man.
But Moses,
Yes.
Moses. Matthew 20 to 23. Matthew chapter 20 and 23. Matthew 20, 23. 20 and 23. Alright. And he said unto them, Ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father. You see how Yah is dealing with the inheritance? They come to Yahusha, hey, can I do that? Hey man, we gotta talk to God, giving out the inheritance, I just can't give you this. You gotta work your way on down here. There's order in this, because this whole thing, we're gonna get into this whole fight, it's about inheritance, Satan wants the inheritance. Like, I want this. The fallen angels won't put it in inheritance. Well, Yah gave them whatever they gave them, and they say, I wanted more. I wanted that, though. That seemed more of my liking. So this whole thing about inheritance is very important. You just don't give it to anybody, even children, just like with Esau and Jacob. Like, hey, you family, but the portion is going this way. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you something, but not this.
Lord.
Joel 2 and 17. Joel 2 and 17.
Joel 2:17. Oh, yeah. My prophets.
Yes. Joel 2:17. Okay. Let the priests, the ministers of Yah, weep between the porch and the altar, and let them say, Spare thy people, O Yah, and give not thine inheritance to reproach, that the heathen should rule over them. Wherefore should they say among the people, Where is their Yah? What did Moses had to do when Yah was like, man, I'm done with this inheritance? I'm done. Moses was like, Yah, if you do that, they gonna mock you, because Moses like, they gonna say you did all this to just destroy your inheritance. What snapped in Yah's mind in that moment of processing with Moses was my inheritance. I don't want them to mock my inheritance and mock me in doing so. You know what? Well, I'm gonna redo some things in my heritage. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna refinance some things, reorder some things in his inheritance. So, Zechariah 2 and 12. Zechariah 2 and 12. think it's the other. Let's see, 2:17. 2:12. Okay. And Yah shall inherit Judah his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. So this is talking about, how we go through the process. If Yah, the inheritance went down, and the inheritance was Scottish, and and this when the priest was like, hey, don't do this because it's gonna have you mock the inheritance, your inheritance or whatnot. And we understand that's when Deuteronomy 28 took place, and Yah basically profaned his own inheritance. Because he had to get it right, because it wasn't acting right. It wasn't producing what he wanted it to produce, to live up to the standards that he wanted to live up. So, in this part of this little build up here is talking about the restructuring of the inheritance. And Yah shall inherit Judah, and it's basically like the readoption. He divorced Zion, his inheritance, but nobody married Zion, his inheritance, so he was able to get it back. Judah his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. Okay, Psalms 33. Psalms 33. Yes. 33 and 12. Alright. Barak is the nation whose power is Yah, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. So it comes with blessings. And Isaiah 47, 1 through 6. Isaiah 47, 1 through 6. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the river. So, what I'm saying? This is a side note, but, Y'all treating a whore like a whore. You want to be a whore? Well, I'm going to uncover it. I'm going to treat you like a whore. Let's show everybody see your nakedness. Yes. That's just a side note. That's not what it's about, but it's a side note. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, Yah of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of the kingdoms. I was wroth, I was angry with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancients hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. So when Yah gave over the inheritance for a certain amount of time to the wicked, so to speak, they went over and above, when they were supposed to do. Yah told them to, do some restructuring, clean up some stuff, and they basically burnt the whole inheritance down. And basically what they did, and y'all knew that was going to happen, but I'll just point that out, just talking about the build up to inheritance. Isaiah 5 and 7. Isaiah 5 and 7. Isaiah 5 and 7. For the vineyard of Yah of hosts is the house of Israel, and the man of Judah his pleasant plant. That goes back to a little bit earlier, talking about sheepfold, his man, and all that. And people need to be very cautious about disrespecting man and treating man with no regard, because Yah is plainly telling you the portion of his portion is man, and is not to be taken lightly. And to maybe this is juggle people's mind, like, man, I shouldn't be disrespecting man just without any type of regard, because Yah keeps saying his portion of his portion is man. And he looked for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry. Okay, Joel, the last one of this one is Joel 2:17, which we already did, so that it'll be that. We're going to go to the last one. Let me find it. You're bought with a price.
1 Corinthians chapter 3.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Know ye not that you are any man's found every man.
Chapter 6.
I'll find it right there. Bought with a price. Bought with a price. First Corinthians 6:20.
20.
Yes. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 20. Verse 19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of Yah, and ye are not your own? For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify Yah in your body and in your spirit, which are Yah. So, that was just talking about, the inheritance of Yah, giving out the inheritance. And what is the inheritance? And now we're going to go to Zion and the inheritance. And this applies to, any nation, but this particular verses are dealing with Zion. But first we're going to go to Adam, how the inheritance got messed up. This is how the inheritance got messed up. Adam. Genesis 3.
Chapter 3, and all our hairs got messed up.
This is how the whole inheritance got messed up. Our inheritance, Yah inheritance, from Yahusha. This is how the whole thing, crumbled down.
Yeah.
All right. Genesis 3 and Genesis 3 and 4. Because we know pretty much the backstory. So, and the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall surely not die, for Yah doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and that's one thing, a lot of women suffer with, the more so, I would say more so women than not, because man, it's like going to a car dealership, a woman going to a car dealership to show her a pretty car, because women, it's just the mind of women, oh, this is pretty, let me just get this. But when the man come in, who is more foreseeing the picture and whole, well, it's not the best. How about this over here? They're trying to, beguile you with the look of it, to have you pay $32,000 for this. But we can go get the same car. We look around and be patient. You know what I'm saying? And get some numbers. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eye, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And when Satan did this, Satan understood when they ate of that tree, the inheritance would immediately. It's like an automatic, like on a stop. It's automatic. It's automatic. Bingo. You know, Satan was like, bingo, got it. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew they were naked, and showed fig leaves together and made them aprons. Okay. And to clarify that one, we'll go to Job 9:24. Job 9:24. This is why this reads the way it does. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? The main part of this, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So we should know, when did that